Good evening. We're now joined by the Texas A&M-Kingsville Javelinas. To our left, we have right fielder Dallas Stefano. To our middle, head coach Jason Gonzalez. And to our right, catcher Christian Cottle. We'll start things off from opening comments with Coach Gonzalez, and then we'll open it up for questions.
I heard a coach say last summer that it's only impossible until somebody does it. And for some reason, the good Lord has blessed me beyond my imagination, blessed me with a group of young men that I couldn't be more proud of. And I said last night, I didn't care how it was going to end. I couldn't be more proud of them. And to watch what they did in a span of 3 or 4 days, and to make their dream come true is tough to put into words. It really is. And to say that I'm proud, and it doesn't say enough, but we're extremely proud of these young men, and what an honor it is to represent Texas A&M University in Kingsville.
Coach, you mentioned representation. Now you guys head to the World Series, and you represent the South Central Region heading into the World Series. What does that mean?
Whew, that sounds pretty good, first of all. And what we think could be one of the toughest conferences in the Lone Star Conference. I mean, we finished third in a very tough conference, and I think having to battle those guys week in and week out, it weathered us for a tough regional, and to be able to represent this region with the teams that were in this thing, it's quite an honor, and it's something that is not taken for granted. To be able to represent this region is not taken for granted, and so we hold that in very high esteem.
Dallas, you were locked in this entire tournament, and even as we kind of talked about, even from last weekend, how you were locked in as well, and you said you should enjoy playing at this park. So how does that add now that you have the trophy?
Man, I'm at a loss for words, man. I just want to thank my teammates because they're the best group of guys I've ever been around, and their character is unbelievable, man. And no matter what I do, they always bring me up in the dugout. They always bring me up off the field, and I just love these guys, man. I'm just at a loss for words.
Christian, for one, seeing and you calling the game, and then to see Lee do such a good job, and for Josh to do a good job, and then for Preston to do a good job, and then when you saw the ball off the bat on the double play at the end, what was going through your head?
Oh, I knew. I was ready to dogpile, but I mean, our pitchers all weekend, they attacked the zone. There wasn't very many walks. We had a lot of strikeouts, and we had a few days where the wind was blowing in. And on those type of days, you got to attack the zone, and our pitchers did a really good job of doing that. But when I saw that ball on the ground, I knew Cole and Alex were about to get it done, and I was thinking about the dog pile.
How did the dog pile feel?
Oh, it was great, man. Hopefully, we got one more in us.
And then, Coach, as Angelo kind of said, you're representing the South Central Region, and to get the Gatorade shower, I also want to ask how that felt as well.
Man, again, it's really tough to talk about this and not get choked up a little bit, because for me personally, it's been a long 20+ years of grinding and sacrificing. And you know, I've talked to my boss several times, and we've had conversations to where I've said I'm not sure what stuck out in terms of you know, him taking a chance on a young, unproven assistant coach. But it was out of both of our hands. It was something that was meant to be. And for me, again, personally, and I don't like to talk personal because this is a big team effort, but to have my daughters watch me be able to make a dream come true, and the only reason I'm here is because I never quit. And if they learn anything, it's don't quit. Just, I mean, it's only impossible until you do it.
And Dallas, to hear, and Christian as well, to hear your coach, and for you to have not only made a dream come true for yourself, but for the person that takes you out to war every day, that is with you in the locker room, that's with you in the weight room, and that is always coaching you, trying to make you better. To hear that from him, how does that sound?
It's unbelievable, man. We work, like he said in the last interview I was in, we grinded all fall, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, not even thinking about what was going to happen, because we just had faith in this guy right here, and we just kept persevering. And I'm just glad that we made his dream come true as long as ours.
And I mean, I've been here 4 years, and I've changed not only as a baseball player, but as a person and as a man. And I credit that a lot to Coach Gonzalez, and he's had me grow up as a ball player, but really as a man. And I couldn't thank him more off the field and on the field. And you know, when we're out there, we're playing for him, and we're playing for each other. But he gives us all the tools we need as a ball player and as a man. And I couldn't thank him enough for everything he's done for us.
And last thing I'll ask is, Dallas, if there's one thing that sticks out about this team, if you could put it in perspective, what would it be?
Man, it's just, I don't even know, man. I'm at a loss for words, but this team, like I said, our character is unbelievable. We do not stop no matter what. We're down 5 runs, we're going to come back. It's just unbelievable. Our character is insane. I just give props to all these guys.
Kyle, you've been here for 4 years now, and your injury earlier in the season, coming back from that, what does that trophy mean to you personally?
Oh man, I think Coach B will tell you. I mean, when I was in the hospital about a month ago, I didn't think I was going to be back on the field, and you know, my career, you know, at that time I thought it was about done, and so you know, it puts a lot of things into perspective, and you know, it's more than a game. It really is. There's a lot of guys that might be going through stuff off the field, and this just, as a brotherhood and as a family that we have, means the world.